Today, we're journeying to Milan, Italy, to uncover the magnificent story of one of the world's most famous opera houses, the Teatro alla Scala, or as it's more commonly known, La Scala. Its stage has been graced by the greatest musical legends, and its history is as dramatic and captivating as any opera ever performed within its walls. So, grab your virtual opera glasses, and let's pull back the curtain on the incredible history of La Scala. Our story begins in the late 18th century. Milan was under Austrian rule, and its main opera house, the Royal Ducal Theatre, was a center of social and cultural life. But on February 25, 1776, disaster struck. After a carnival gala, the theatre caught fire and burned to the ground. This left Milan's high society without their beloved entertainment venue. But from these ashes, a grander vision would rise. A group of 90 wealthy Milanese aristocrats who owned private boxes in the old theatre saw an opportunity. They wrote to Archduke Ferdinand of Austria asking for a new theatre. The Archduke agreed, but on one condition: the new theatre had to be financed by the box owners themselves. In return, they would own their boxes in perpetuity. The location chosen was the former site of the Church of Santa Maria alla Scala. The church was demolished, and the new theatre inherited its name, Teatro alla Scala. The commission for designing this new temple of music was given to the renowned neoclassical architect Giuseppe Piermarini. His design was revolutionary for its time. He focused on creating perfect acoustics and an elegant, yet functional, space. The auditorium was shaped like a horseshoe, which was considered ideal for both acoustics and sight lines. The interior was lavishly decorated in ivory and gold, with a massive crystal chandelier at its center. Piermarini even incorporated a casino into the theatre's foyer, which provided a significant source of income. On August 3, 1778, after just 2 years of construction, the Nuovo Regio Ducale Teatro alla Scala opened its doors with a performance of Antonio Salieri's opera, L'Europa Riconosciuta. The opening night was a spectacular event, marking the birth of a legend. From its very beginning, La Scala wasn't just a place for opera. It was the living room of Milanese society. The private boxes were extensions of their owners' homes, where they would dine, entertain guests, and even conduct business, all while the opera played on stage. The early 19th century saw the rise of Gioacchino Rossini, and La Scala became a key stage for his hugely popular operas. His works brought a new level of energy and brilliance to the theatre. But the true golden age of La Scala is inextricably linked with another name, Giuseppe Verdi. Verdi's relationship with La Scala was passionate, stormy, and ultimately triumphant. His first opera, Oberto, premiered at La Scala in 1839 and was a moderate success. But it was his third opera, Nabucco, in 1842, that cemented his and La Scala's legendary status. The famous chorus, Vie Pensiero, sung by the Hebrew slaves, resonated deeply with the Italian people's own yearning for independence from Austrian rule. It became an unofficial anthem for the Risorgimento, the movement for Italian unification. The audience at La Scala would demand encore after encore, night after night. Verdi had captured the soul of a nation, and La Scala was his platform. Over the next few decades, Verdi premiered many of his masterpieces here, including Otello and Falstaff, his final opera. Falstaff premiered in 1893 when he was nearly 80 years old. The event was a national celebration, a testament to his incredible, long-lasting impact on Italian music and culture. However, Verdi's relationship with the theatre wasn't always smooth. He had a famous falling out with the La Scala management over what he perceived as artistic compromises and left for many years, vowing never to return. It took the masterful diplomacy of his publisher and the promise of complete artistic control to bring him back for Otello. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, another giant of Italian opera, Giacomo Puccini, made his mark. His operas, including the world premiere of Madama Butterfly in 1904 and Turandot posthumously in 1926, continued La Scala's tradition of showcasing groundbreaking works. The premiere of Madama Butterfly was initially a fiasco, with the audience booing and hissing, but Puccini, ever confident in his work, revised it, and it went on to become one of the most beloved operas in the entire repertoire. The 20th century also brought one of La Scala's most influential figures, the conductor Arturo Toscanini. He served as artistic director from 1898 to 1908, and again in the 1920s. Toscanini was a fierce perfectionist and a reformer. He insisted on darkening the auditorium during performances to focus attention on the stage, a radical idea at the time. He championed new works, raised the orchestra's standards to unprecedented levels, and firmly established the conductor as the ultimate authority in the opera house. His legacy of artistic integrity and excellence still shapes La Scala today. The theatre, however, was not immune to the turmoil of the 20th century. During World War II, in August 1943, Allied bombing raids severely damaged La Scala. The roof caved in, and the beautiful auditorium was reduced to rubble. It was a devastating blow to the city and to the world of music, but the spirit of Milan was unbreakable. Immediately after the war, the city's mayor announced that La Scala would be rebuilt as it was. Where it was, it became a symbol of post-war reconstruction and hope. With incredible speed and dedication, using original plans and even salvaging materials from the wreckage, the theatre was rebuilt. On May 11, 1946, a little less than a year after the war ended in Italy, La Scala reopened with a historic concert conducted by the great Toscanini himself, who had returned from his self-imposed exile in America. The atmosphere was electric, a powerful moment of rebirth and cultural resurrection that no one present would ever forget. The post-war era saw a new generation of superstars grace the La Scala stage. This was the age of the great divas, Maria Callas and Renata Tebaldi, whose rivalry was the stuff of legend. Maria Callas in particular became the reigning queen of La Scala in the 1950s. Her powerful voice, intense stage presence, and dramatic interpretations of bel canto heroines redefined opera for a modern audience. She collaborated frequently with visionary directors like Luchino Visconti, creating productions that were as much high drama theatre as they were musical events. The list of legendary performers who have called La Scala home is simply staggering. Tenors like Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, and Jose Carreras, sopranos like Mirella Freni and Montserrat Caballé, and conductors like Herbert von Karajan, Claudio Abbado, and Riccardo Muti. Each of them contributed to the theatre's living history. By the turn of the 21st century, the nearly 225-year-old building was in desperate need of a major technical and structural overhaul. Between 2002 and 2004, La Scala closed its doors for its most significant renovation since its post-war reconstruction. The project, led by architect Mario Bata, was a delicate balancing act. The historic auditorium was meticulously restored to its former glory, while behind the scenes, a completely new and modern stage tower and backstage area were constructed. This modernization allowed for more complex productions and faster set changes. On December 7, 2004, a date that traditionally marks the opening of La Scala's season, the theatre reopened once again. The opera chosen was the very same one that had opened the theatre in 1778, Salieri esque Europa Riconosciuta, conducted by Riccardo Muti. It was a beautiful, symbolic nod to the theatre's long and cyclical history. Today, the Teatro alla Scala remains at the pinnacle of the opera world. Getting a ticket is still a challenge, and opening night on December 7th is one of the most important dates on the Italian social calendar. It continues to be a place where tradition meets innovation, where the ghosts of Verdi, Callas, and Toscanini watch over a new generation of artists pushing the boundaries of their craft. From a pile of ashes to a symbol of national identity, From a high society club to a global temple of art, the story of La Scala is a testament to the enduring power of music and the resilience of the human spirit. It's more than just a building. It's a living, breathing institution that has shaped and been shaped by centuries of history, passion, and genius. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the history of the magnificent Teatro alla Scala. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more stories from the world of art and history. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to La Scala or which opera you'd love to see there. Until next time.